Select a file.
Okay, swapping over now.
Options.
Awesome.
Select a file.
Options. Choose the feature you want to edit.
Alright, that is everything all set up, ready to go. Oh, it looks so shiny on the screen.
Yeah, sorry about that little full screen. It's like, oh crap, I forgot to unmute. Crap. So I had to do that real quick. I can trim that. That's what the VODs are for.
Oh, don't
So
worry
we're back,
about it.
and we're going to do some Sonic Adventure DX All Stories. So you guys made this happen. So thank you very much again
Yes.
from the bottom of my heart for Extra Life. You guys are great. So are you ready to start playing all this awesome action? I want to hear some big cats from chat when that comes in. So come on.
Yep, I am ready to go when you are. Just give us a countdown.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so guys, Sonic Adventure DX is a significantly faster game compared to Sonic Mania. I never thought I'd ever say that. But yeah, we get thrown right in the deep end here, straight into a boss fight that has a lot of manipulation going on here. So for Chaos Zero, after our first hit, or well done game, controller, would you like to work? Thank you. That's a nice start. Get stuck in the spin dash. How good. Okay, so manipulation is now out of the way. For the second hit, we can make sure he'll pop up early for us. Why is my controller doing this? Okay, we may have some technical issues. Let's see if I get stuck again. No, we're not stuck again. Okay, game, do you want to... We good? We good? I think we're good. Let's take it from there.
Hey guys.
Let's pray we don't get stuck in the spin dash. Nice start. Nice start. Alright, so we'll forget that ever happened. We'll jump straight into Emerald Coast. Emerald Coast is our first action stage here. You will see me switch between free camera and auto camera a lot. Each of the two cameras have their own distinct features. It depends entirely which part of the level you're on. For example, at the start here, I want it to follow me in free camera, but as I come to do this little island hop, I want it to be in auto camera, so it automatically changes to where I need to go. Unfortunately, I did my spin dash, but I did not get my jump on the end of it, not giving me enough height to skip the island and fall into the water. But that's not a problem. So we will get this sorted now. Getting chased by the whales here. The main form of movement that you're going to see in this game is where I chain spin dashes together. I'm alternating between both spin dash buttons. That actually allows us to go significantly faster than if we were just spin dashing with one. The only exception to this rule is if we're going downhill. If we're going downhill, you just want to be in ball form. You don't even want to be spin dashing. And you just want to leave it there because you will continuously speed up until you get to a point. But what we're going to do for this section of Emerald Coast is we're just going to island hop around the outside of the barriers so we don't go inbounds. And then take advantage of the slopes on some of the surfaces here. That'll give us added height. Combining that with spin dash jumps, it allows us to get a little bit more height and a little bit more speed than we would normally be able to get. And you'll see that being abused heavily throughout the run here. So that's our first action stage done. Sonic is going to be the fastest here. You'll see all the other characters get their movement text as well. And everybody has something that's a little bit different. But what we're going to do next is we're going to jump up and grab the crystal ring early. Hit this button, do a spin dash jump over straight into the room. What the crystal ring does is that allows us to charge our light speed dash or our light speed attacks up significantly faster. But we don't have that ability yet. We won't get that until after. Casinopolis. Or rather, before Casinopolis. So we're going to head towards the Mystic Ruins, where Egg Hornet is. And Egg Hornet is a special boss, and that will allow us to do a one cycle. So Egg Hornet...
so I have a quick donation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so as promised, Drazil put in that $5 donation, says it's up to you to choose where instead of Big Swords.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What one is almost met, but not quite met? Put it there.
Alright, I'll see what we got.
Oh, that was bad. So a one cycle here is quite simply, you literally just mash homing attack against the boss. However, if you stop mashing, he will get back up and you'll have to do the other cycles. Unfortunately, I released my spin dash just that little bit too early, and he got a lot further into the map than I would have liked. However, he is dead. We're going to head to the Windstone, which will give us access to Windy Valley. And again, what we'll do for optimal movement, you want to be running downhill at all times if at all possible. And we want to put that in there and not throw it into the wall like I have done many, many times before. That is not a good idea. Let's not toss it into the wall. So again, I'm going to do some jumps here. What you've just witnessed there is known as a spin dash hover, or just a hover. Sonic has these special frames while he's in the air. He can maintain his height and not be affected by gravity for a grand total of 60 frames or 1 second. This only resets after you've hit the ground, but you go back into ball form again. It's slightly confusing, but the general gist of it is that once per jump, if done correctly, it allows you to maintain extra height in the air. What we also just seen there was trampoline skip. Using the homing attack towards the spring above us allows us to miss using the trampoline and get up there faster. Again, just standard spin dash down here, no fancy business there because it's a nice downward slope. You can take full advantage of it. Now, I'm going to try and go for a loop skip here. It did not work and the game decided to kill me for it, so I'm just going to restart. And then we will take the loop as normal. A little bit of swag, unfortunately messed it up. Only cost me about 5 seconds since I caught it early enough. Again, using the hover ability there to use the upward momentum from the spring to get up higher than we should do. I'm going to miss this checkpoint here and do a spin dash hover over to this section, missing out the entire section with the loops again. And then we're going to take a leap of faith down here, turning back on ourselves at the windmill, and hopefully, if done, we will fall right towards the emerald. Nice and smooth. And that is Windy Valley.
Yes, it's okay.
So as we come out the stage here, I'm going to switch cameras again, and this is going to allow us to get into a decent position to do a spin dash jump up towards the train. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough height off the jump. I didn't hold the jump button long enough, but we've still got to the train in a relatively quick time. We now need to go down into the sewers to grab the Lightspeed Dash. The game will not continue if you don't have this. It is a story trigger, so we need to come down here and grab it. And that it is it right in here. It'll charge really quickly, but we're not going to use it. What we're going to do is we're just going to take full advantage of these little stairs. Hopefully get a nice big jump off it. Jump straight up. And then we go. And we're going to do the same again for Casinopolis. You're supposed to use your newly acquired power-up, but unfortunately, we don't need to, as Station Square are quite fond of stairs, and we can just use them to our advantage. So set of stairs here. Oh, not enough height off them. Do a spin dash jump off them. Use the height in the hover to hit the button and take us into Casino. So I've only got 2 lives here, but hopefully I will not need them. Okay, come on, game. Spin dash through the wall, onto the underside, using the golden rings as a ramp to go around the outside of the level, round an invisible barrier, and grab the emerald. So instead of having to get 400 rings, we quite literally just skip all that stage. Also, if you look carefully in the background here after this cutscene, you will see Cream flying around. There she is. Hello, Cream. And we are going to grab the ice key, head back to the Mystic Ruins, and it is time for Ice Cap. So again, hopefully some navigation there. Unfortunately, it turned a little bit too early. But we're going to head towards a new opened area here. That'll take us to Angel Island. But we're not going to go that far just yet. For we've got some more walls to go through. So a common trick in this game is that most of the walls in this game are not solid. If you spin dash at them enough, or you spin dash at the right angle, you are going to most likely go through a wall. So I'm going to switch camera here, switch to free camera. I'm going to use the very top of the level here to do a nice big spin dash jump to skip Act 1. That's Act 1 done. Then hopefully do an auto camera jump and fly right through the wall there. And then for Act 3, as much as I love the snowboarding section and the theme song, I'm just going to run right in at this wall, hopefully get the right angle. Come on, Sonic. And just magically walk through it. The camera angle then juts itself into a certain position where if I hold forward enough, we're going to fall directly towards the emerald. Now, It's not as easy as it looks at this point because we still have to navigate the level as normal. On the left-hand side here, we should see the level loading in beside us. That gives me a good indication that I'm on the right track. I then need to move myself slightly over to the right as I need to dodge a kill plane. Now, if I don't dodge the kill plane, it'll reset us back up the top and we will be doing the snowboarding section. Hopefully, I will see the level loading underneath me soon. Oh, I am way too far over. I need to correct myself heavily here. Come on. That's fine. So I'm not as far down the hill as I normally would be, but I'm at least still inbound, so I'm not going to die. If you miss this, you will fall for a long time before you finally hit another kill plane. Well, that skips a significant amount of ice cap, unfortunately. So coming up next, we have got our Knuckles and Chaos 4 fight. Now, our character fights, the only thing we need to worry about is what is known as a phantom hit. But for Knuckles, I'm going to be quiet and let him speak for himself.
Oh no. Oh no.
There you go, Knuckles. So yeah, for character fights there, a phantom hit is where you hit the character, but they don't take any damage. A phantom hit can occur when you hit the enemy, but then you hit them a second time just as their invincibility frames end. They gain a second set of invincibility frames, but they don't take any damage from it. Chaos, please don't do that to me. I bounced off Chaos and end up in the air there. So Chaos 4 here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to manipulate Chaos. I do not want him to use an attack known as Blue Balls, which he's just done. Blue Balls is a very slow attack where he splits himself into 4 blue balls and we have to wait for him to come back. The way he works is that he will move 3 times and do an attack. He will then move another 3 times and make himself vulnerable. Unfortunately, Blue Balls costs about 10 seconds each time he does it. The fact that he's done it on his second attack is not good for us, so I'm praying that he will not do it again. So that's a wave attack, which is good. He should pop his little noggin up now. There we go. So the only time he will change his pattern is on the last hit here, where he will do 3 attacks before he makes himself vulnerable. Just making sure he did the splash attack there, which is fine. Hello, splash attack. Splash attack is the best attack that you want because it's quick and it doesn't cause much damage. And now I want him to do 3 splash attacks in a row. Again, I'm trying to keep him off screen and I'm trying to stay in the air for as much as I can. That's 1 splash attack. I need to wait for him to do hopefully another 2 more. That's 2 splash attacks. We've got 1 more. Come on, do 1 more. That's 3 splash attacks. That's brilliant. So we got 1 set of blue balls, which is fine. Not terrible. About average. Ideally, I would have liked none, but I can't complain about that. So that's Chaos done. We will see him again in both Knuckles and Tails. Speaking of Tails, we now need to go to his workshop because he is going to take us towards the egg carrier. And I'm going to sit in the top right corner here, top right master race, where we don't have to do anything and the game will play itself. So if you have any donations or any questions, now is the perfect time to ask.
Good timing, because I do have a $15 donation from the Farty Ninja that says, Argick smells funny. Is that another meme I should know about?
No, that's my brother. That is my brother, and he says I smell funny. I do smell funny. I smell brilliantly funny. But no, I thank you, Ninja. That's your overtime coming through. But yeah, so unfortunately, we are going to see these stages 2 times each. You'll see Act 1 in both Sonic and Tails and Act 2 in both Sonic and Tails as well. The problem that we've got is that there's nothing you can do. You've just got to wait. You've just got to wait. Ah, got him! I am... Ninja, you're lucky this is a marathon run and I can't leave my chair. But no, thank you for your donation, man. Final Flame, you clip that if you want, man. If you don't, someone else will. So this
That's
little
where
section
the
here.
mods are coming to play.
Oh yeah. No, this part here, I just like to do barrel rolls. Oh, the barrel rolls. Whee!
Shout outs to Peppy and Star Fox Zero.
Yep. Thankfully, that is the end of Sky Chase Act 1, so now we can get back into playing the game instead of sitting in the corner. No, do not come through. You like the mobility this game gives you. The game does give you a lot of mobility. Like, I will admit that spin dashing and using slopes to your advantage, it gives you that nice... It gives you a nice boost, like, to go pretty much anywhere. Like, as long as you can... Like, you find somewhere you want to go, you find yourself a slope, you find yourself a nice spin dash, and away you go. So we've just activated the Amy trigger here. This allows us to go into Twinkle Park. Couples get in free. Sonic and Amy are canon. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So within Twinkle Park here, we are going to try and do 2 skips. The first one is track skip with this little Dodgem car. The Dodgem cars gain speed based on the amount of rings you have. The more rings you have, the higher your top speed is. What I'm going to try and do is ride this side here and then fly off the edge of the course. And I went a little bit too far. So unfortunately, that's going to be a death. What I'm going to need to do now is I'm going to need to be extra careful as I will not have the capsules. The capsules will not be giving me rings anymore. So I need to make sure I can grab some of these rings here. And then try this again. Come on, Cap. Come on. Round the go. Round the corner. Round the corner. Round the corner. Round the corner. Just a no more. Getting hit there's usually bad. Oh, we just made it. Okay, that's fine. We got a life as well, but we are down to 0 rings, which is never a good sign. However, we're alive. That's all that counts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just try and get as many rings as I can. Every 10 rings that we gain will increase our top speed. So right now, I'm not going as fast as I should be. I should be at about 99 rings right now. I'm only at 49, which is always weird. But the second skip that we're going to go for is for roller coaster skip. Now, you only get 1 attempt at roller coaster skip as it happens between the transition between Act 1 and Act 2. The way it works is that you homing attack out of the trigger and hopefully land in the right location. Let's see if we can try it. Yes! Okay, so now I charge a spin dash hover that takes me over to the purple castle, and then we do a series of spin dash jumps using the slopes of the castle tops to navigate towards the end of the level. Now that lets you finish Twinkle Park before the roller coaster animation has even finished. It is a fantastic skip, and I'm really happy that it worked. So that's really good.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
So now once we leave Twinkle Park, the game will let us know that Speed Highway is active with the key card showing itself. We're going to take the Knuckles entrance into Speed Highway instead. We do not need to use the card key. From this pillar, we spin dash out of bounds into the back trigger, and away we go. Fun fact, just now, if I were to leave the stage, I would spawn in the void under Station Square and would unfortunately lose a life. I'm going to grab that life for safety here. I'm then going to position myself for a spin dash hover. I probably should have jumped, but you know, it's fine. Do a homing attack cancel out of that. A homing attack cancel is where you press the homing attack button, but then you press the B button to immediately cancel out of it. If timed correctly, that allows you to get a little bit more distance on your homing attack. But if you do it incorrectly, it will kill all momentum. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to. Act 2 here, nice and simple. We're just going to run down, or in this case, spin dash down the side of the building. Sonic is currently the world's fastest bouncy ball. There's also just little Sonic-sized holes in between all these barriers where you position yourself. And away we go. Whee! So coming down into Act 3, we want to try and keep as much speed as we can up and around here. Do a spin dash jump off the top of the roof there. Second spin dash jump over to these buildings. Land inside them. And then head towards the end of Station Square, Speed Highway, instead of having to go around to come back in. It's all good. It's all good. So unfortunately, we've lost Amy. We don't know where she is. I'm currently spin dashing into a green lamppost because reasons. So what we're going to do is I'm going to miss going through the hotel. Instead, I'm going to spin dash through this wall and jump into the train station. That'll activate the trigger for Amy without going through the hotel and allow us to be pretty much right next to the train station area, which is fantastic. If you do it first time, it saves time. It looks cool. But if you can't get it consistently, you don't want to be doing that. You want to just take the standard route. So we're going to head up to grab the Ancient Light. That changes our Lightspeed Dash into the Lightspeed Attack. And that is where the Crystal Ring will come in play as well, because we now need to use the Lightspeed Attack to access Red Mountain and a few other places later on in the game. So it charges up really quick. Overall, it saves about 6 seconds in the run. Okay, so me and Red Mountain here, we don't get on very well. We'll see how this goes. Generally, me and Red Mountain, we have this love-hate relationship. I love to hate it, and it hates to love me. We're going to just use the exploding rocks here instead of the spring to head over. I'm already in free camera, which should allow us to land on the side of the volcano here. Spin dash jump over. That was a terrible spin dash jump. That was a good one to make up for it, though. And then instead of going all the way up and round, we're going to do a spin dash jump over to this section, a second spin dash jump round to the entry of Act 2. Again, skipping a large portion of Act 1 here. I think you're beginning to see what the idea with Sonic is. Sonic, please do not fall in the lava. Lava is hot. I'm going to use this little platform here to make a makeshift ramp. Spin dash up and over. This will allow us to navigate the volcano without having the lava rise up. I'm going to spin dash along each side of the fire so we don't get hit by it. Almost getting squished by the hammer. Cancelling the rocket early and landing on the end of the level. Not a bad level. Not a bad level.
It's okay.
And then, unfortunately, this will take us into Sky Chase Act 2. So once again, if you have any questions or donations, now is a good time for them. Once again, top right master race. Although this level will need to kill the boss at the end.
Alright, so am I good to read off a donation?
You are most certainly good.
Okay, just want to make sure. I got a $15 donation from Shane Kill. He says, always a pleasure watching SADX with Argick and going towards a great cause. So thank you very much for that $15 donation. And we are less than $20 away from reaching our bonus run incentive for a hat in time. So we're almost there, guys, at 300. That's when we get that one unlocked.
Nice one. Very nice. Thank you for your donation, Shane. But yeah, normally you can't do attacks on these guys. You have your missiles, you also have your, what I like to call the skipping rope bullets, because if you just keep firing them in the distance here, it just looks like a jump rope every time the camera moves. Thankfully, we don't really need to do anything. It's just at the very end here, you want to try and get a nice kill on the boss. I have hit something for 5 points. I'm not sure what I've just hit. But again, you can see the trail of bullets being moved by the camera. It's interesting when you think about it that it's not me moving anything and it's just the levels. Well, I guess it's the levels pathing at this point, isn't it? Alright, so coming up at the end of this underside here is where we go and fight the laser nose front of the ship kind of deal. What you want to do for the start of this one is you want to lock onto all 6 of the missile launchers, take them out, and then sit in the middle and mash both of the fire buttons. Once the boss is on half health, you can stop mashing as you've fired enough bullets and it will most likely die. So again, once it's on half health, away you go. Stop mashing and you're done. And that's Sky Chase. So basically on Sky Chase 1, Tails used his own plane that got screwed and he modified Sonic's plane and using it for Sky Chase 2. No, he used his own plane on both, but he modified his own plane on the second one, I believe, is my understanding. This is the Tornado 2, not the Tornado 1. This is not Sonic's plane, I don't believe. Other people can let you know. Fun fact, this cutscene, although rendered awesomely, cannot be skipped. If I hit the start button right now, I will pause the game. I have no idea why, but that's just how it works. Whee! We are coming into a Sky Deck now. Sky Deck, very interesting level. It's very fun, but it's also very, very annoying. Hopefully it goes well. So switching the free camera off the bat at the start here. Woo! And hopefully I do this level justice. So we're going to spin dash jump round the side. No, we're not, because I totally missed that. Instead, I got caught by the gravitational field of the pole. I'm going to hit the checkpoint for safety. Homing attack of these enemies. Doing a nice big spin dash jump so we don't have to wait on the hook coming back for us. Use the bomb to detonate the enemies. Clears them for us. I'm going to hit this checkpoint for safety as well. Always better for safety in a marathon run. Instead of using the monkey bars, we're going to do another spin dash jump. Allows us to gain as much distance as we can to clear that. And then hopefully, if I do this correctly, no, I'm going to back out of that immediately. I'm going to just position myself properly to get over here. Hopefully do a spin dash hover, skipping the entire section where we have to run around the outside of the ship and blow up the cannon fairly quickly. In Act 2 here, it is a race against the wind. Hopefully Zhuge Liang is not fast enough. He was not, so we are fine. And now we're just going to head towards the cannon, where hopefully we will get first cycle cannon. Will it happen? It will not happen. It did not happen. Where is the cannon going? He's going all the way over the end here. So we want to use that cannon and head into Act 3. Act 3 is meant to be a gravity-based room, but if I do it right, you're going to see very little of it. I'm going to use this little slope here to do a spin dash jump over the invisible wall and onto the capsule. Unfortunately, I missed the capsule. But what we can do at this point is we can go and hit the gravity trigger and then end the level normally. Hitting the capsule directly is the best result, but that's not a bad time for that stage. At least for me.
Yes, it's okay.
You will get to jam to open your heart. Yes, yes you will. So now inside the egg carrier, we need to come outside and we will run into our second character fight, which is Gamma. Again, same rules apply. Make sure you don't get a phantom hit, but just 3 hits and he is done. So don't hit him while he's flashing, otherwise you run the risk of getting a phantom hit. And we're all good there. So I'm going to try and get a cutscene skip here by spin dashing straight into the captain's wall. Unfortunately, we missed the door and we hit the wall, which is not good. I'm going to make sure I don't grab any of them. This is the second time we have to charge up the spin dash, or the light speed dash. Use the light speed dash orbs here. No. Wow, okay. What I'm trying to do here is to use the light speed dash orbs to hit the button that's on the underside there. Unfortunately, it was not for doing that today. Your light speed orbs do actually have their own hitboxes. They can interact with objects around you. Generally, that's killing enemies, or in this case, hitting switches hidden underneath chairs. Now, the Chaos 6 fight here is where the crystal ring pays off. Chaos takes 4 hits to kill. However, if you hit him with a light speed attack, that counts as 2 hits. So we're going to just do 2 light speed attacks instead of 4 as standard attacks, and that'll allow us to kill him significantly quicker. So that is 2, and then we just need to wait for Robotnik to come down here. Drop another one of his little freezes. Like, you have a being made of water. Why would you have something that freezes us? Where is the logic there? And that finishes off Chaos 6. Our next level is Lost World. Now, Lost World is a bit of an interesting level. Hopefully it goes well, but we will see. Our first thing in Lost World here is that we have what is known as the RNG tunnel. The tunnel has these little bits of wall that pop in and out. Some of them will be on fire, some of them won't be. The idea is that you don't get slowed down and you don't get burned. Let's see. Nope, we got burned. Nice. So I got stopped and burned. I got two things I did not want to have happen to me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my variation on snake skip here. I'm going to do a spin dash jump up on top of the snake. Using the edge of the snake here, I'm going to do a spin dash jump. Unfortunately, missing it, so I'm going to have to restart. And then hopefully get this again. But generally when I have to restart, that's when trouble hits. But we'll see how this goes. Can I make it over in time? On the tail! No, I fell off the tail. Okay, so this is going to be the interesting part. I think I'm just going to have to do this stage normally now, which is not going to be that great, I'm afraid. Can we hit that? No, I didn't even hit it. Yeah, one more restart and we'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get this again. Come on, up we go. Spin dash jump. Onto that. Spin dash jump. Over. No. And now I've game overed. That's not a problem. It means I get to try it again. Game overing on this game just takes you back to the start of the stage. Not the worst result, but at the same time, the problem is that the moment you hit the checkpoint, the cycle for a snake skip is in motion, and it causes a large amount of problems if you fail it. But that's fine. We can get set up again. Right, so let's up here, spin dash on there, up, round, hit the button, spin dash jump. There you go. That's what we wanted. So instead of hitting the buttons here, we're going to come up to the door, take a step back, pause, unpause, and phase through the door. That's what I wanted to do the first time. Unfortunately, the snake was just not cooperating for us. And now we've got the mirror room. So mirror room here, we're just doing a number of strategic spin dash jumps that allow us to navigate without activating the mirrors and without stepping on half the platforms that may or may not cause problems. You can skip this water slide, however, it requires navigating through kill planes, and I am not good enough to do that yet, so I'm just going to take the safe way and enjoy the water slide. Homing attack too early caused me to hit the spring. So hopefully, this little boulder here does not decide to rubber band. The faster you go, the faster the boulder goes, but if you immediately stop, that boulder does not. There we go, that's pretty good. So again, just going to navigate our way through the level here into the gravity section with these platforms. And spin dash jump up the top, and then use the platforms on the left-hand side here to navigate towards the end of the level. And we'll just forget that the first time even happened. Yeah. So a bit messy with the snake skip there, but overall, once we got going, fairly good stage. This is where we get sent back in time to Angel Island with Tikal. She is currently out for the count with the Chow. Never abuse Chow. Chow abuse is not a good thing. Don't let anybody that plays SA2 tell you otherwise. So we are going to head towards Final Egg. You do the hardest puzzle in the world. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. As a child, that puzzle absolutely bewildered me every time. The good news is that that game over has given me enough lives that I can attempt the Act 3 skip in Final Egg here. Ah! Hello, thank you. Camera, please. So coming through the treadmills and through all these cylinders here, you do not want to be spin dashing while hitting the boost pads there, because you can sometimes phase right through the cylinder and fall to your death. For Act 2 here, we're going to turn around and spin out of bounds, but then fall all the way down, hopefully landing back in bounds, hitting the checkpoint, allowing us to fall down towards the bottom here. I'm going to try for my skip. Didn't get it, unfortunately. If you time it right, you can pause on the right frame and do a restart, saving you some real time. That's not a problem. So switch back to free camera. I'm going to jump on top of the elevator, do a spin dash jump over the kill plane out of bounds. Going to fall holding forward for about 5 seconds, turn to our right, and skip the entirety of Act 3. And that will lead us into Egg Viper. Egg Viper has been causing me problems lately. I really, really hope that it doesn't today. So Egg Viper, we need to gain, I believe it's 8 hits on him. The first 3 hits, or rather first 4 hits, can be done relatively quickly. Where he pops his little head up after doing his laser attacks, and we go to hit him. The idea here is that we want to hit him really fast and get sent back to this platform instead of being sent over to the other side. And the way we do that is we do that with spin dash jumps, which you will see soon. So we're going to dodge his big laser by spin dashing away from it. And then just once he opens his wings, we do a spin dash jump, allowing us to hit him early and starting the cycle all over again. So again, we have to do that 2 more times. So wait for his wings to open. As they finish home, you release the spin dash, jump into him. Yeah, sorry guys. Unfortunately, I've turned the sound effects off, so it will not trigger, I'm afraid. We have an ongoing thing where I have to get a load of this sound effect in chat, and whoever can trigger it at the same time as Robotnik gets eternal fame and glory. So this is our last
awesome.
early hit. Yeah, it is. We've actually had a few that have got it dead on. Another good one that we have is Knuckles' Ono. In Mania at the start of Mirage Saloon, we've got a number of clips that are very well done where he gets hit just before and just after he gets hit. They're fantastic. But yeah, so for the last 2 hits here, he's going to start destroying platforms around me, and then he's going to throw his Beyblades at us. We want to land on the Beyblades and then hit him. The only thing that we want to make sure is that on the very last hit, I knew that was going to lag, I've lost control. Yep. Why the game does that, I've no idea. Oh, that's really frustrating, that is. The game lags like that, I lose control of Sonic, and I have no way to get back to the platform in time. I think for that second hit, I'm just going to have to wait. So that causes a significant time loss. That causes about a 2.5 to 3 minute time loss while doing that. But that is the joys of the game's sound effects causing problems. A lot of people, or rather, a lot of people in the SADX community like to run with sound off for that reason. Personally, I like the voices on, as it makes the stream more interactive, really. Unfortunately, for a marathon run, that's probably not a good thing.
Well, this might be a future donation instead of to turn on the command.
It could be. Like, honestly, I didn't think that it would have been allowed or anything. I just turned it off for safety, so. But yeah, we could have that going. The only issue with it, of course, is that the command has to be used in my chat and not the marathon chat.
Well, the thing is that if it's met, I would just turn on the command, but I would have it on standby in Nightbot, so that could be a thing.
Right.
You know me, I would allow it.
Yeah,
I'm flexible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, the way it works is it's done through Ankbot, so I don't know how we would be able to have it going on stream.
Well, I have been looking at replacing Nightbot, sadly, with Arcbot, so that would be a good replacement.
It's an idea then. Okay, so he's going to fire his Beyblades. I'm just going to play it super safe with the Beyblades here because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm going to just make sure I'm super safe on it. I'll make sure I'm over a platform before I get the hit on. Bad Beyblades, bad. So I'm just going to jump, wait until he's over here, and then get the hit. Yeah, I didn't do it that time. Didn't lag out that time. And then the final hit here, you definitely want to wait until you're over a platform because you lose control, but you lose control deliberately. There you go. So I'm going to stand over at my little safe spot here. Little safe spot in the corner. We should be fine. And then that'll let us end Sonic's story. Ding! All done. Sorted. So we'll wait for the credits to start, and then I will soft reset and continue on again. So that is Sonic's story done. Again, just going to wait for the credits. There we go. Soft reset. Next up, it is Tails. So Tails plays slightly differently to Sonic. His levels are Race Sonic to the Emerald, Why they made Tails have to race Sonic, I have no idea, but that's just what they've decided to do. However, Tails has the ability to fly, and we are going to abuse that a lot. Let me switch to free cam here just so I can see what I'm doing. But before we go anywhere near any of the levels, we are going to fly over to the sewer area and grab the jet anklet. Now, hopefully we can maintain a decent camera angle here. Thank you very much, camera angle. And we're going to hear where we go. There you go. Oh, Tails. Thank you. So the jet anklet allows us to fly much faster while... Well, yeah, allows us to fly much faster. I was going to say allows us to fly much faster while flying, but what else are you going to do? So Tails' first level here is Windy Valley. But first we've got to go do Egg Hornet. Now, Tails has a different version of Egg Hornet. Why I decided to move like Sonic, I have no idea, but I just did. So what we're going to try and do with Tails here. Now, I haven't done this with Tails in a long time, but we're also going to try and one-cycle Egg Hornet. The difference is Tails doesn't have the ability to do a homing attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and jump cancel into Robotnik. So we're going to try and do that and see how well we can do it. Nicely done, Tails. Get in there, son. Well done. I'm actually surprised I got that. I was not expecting to get that. So that's Tails one cycle as well. He constantly jumps into Robotnik and taking him down. So again, we're going to just come up here and grab the Windstone. Thankfully, if Tails accidentally does his little tail spin, he doesn't go flying off in the distance unlike Sonic, which is brilliant. So again, we are going to abuse the fact that Tails can fly right over the levels and get ourselves down here. I'm going to switch to free camera, and then we're just going to say, nope, I'm good, Tails, it's fine. I'm good. We're going to go around this way. Dodge all the kill planes if I can. I'm going to make sure I just remain kind of in view of the level so I know where I'm going. I've lost the level. This is never good. There it is. And then hopefully we come all the way down here. Turn around and end up over this way. Hopefully I land at the end of the level. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Sorted. So now with Tails done, we are going to hopefully get a nice jump and fly up towards the train. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's camera angle. Thank you, camera. I'm going to switch to that. Nice loud people outside. So we now need to head to Casino. And because we are Tails, we just get to fly up to the button. Sorted. All nice and done. Now, Tails gets an awesome way of doing this level. Tails finally gets to show off that he too can also go through walls. So just in this corner down here, hold on, thank you. There's a little bit of a wall, a little bit of hole in the wall, and just like Ice Cap, Tails falls down at the emerald and away he goes. Sonic always used rubber band strats, yes. Sonic will rubber band to try and catch you, but Tails is always faster. Tails is always faster. Skipping the cutscenes here as well. Magic. All magic. Again, I'm switching to free camera just to make sure I have more control with Tails here. I don't have as much practice in auto camera with Tails than I do with Sonic. It doesn't sound like it would be a big thing, but surprisingly for me, it is. Now, the good news about Tails' Ice Cap is that Tails actually gets the music and does the snowboarding section. The bad thing about it is that Tails does the snowboarding section. I will try and get the nice big skip on the jumps, but I can't guarantee that we can do that, so I'm just going to make sure we enjoy the music instead.
Come on, Tails.
So again, we're just going to stand down this side until about 15 seconds. Once 15 seconds passes, we've got past our last little bump. Oops, a little bit early there. Jumped into the bump instead of jumping past it. Hello, Sonic. So just hit the side of the boost pad, don't hit the side of the wall. Allows us to get ahead of Sonic there. Sonic me decides to speed past us. but don't worry because he will then decide to crash into the wall and suddenly drop behind. So what we are going to try and do is that we are going to try and do nice big jumps off this section. It's the third jump, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see if we can try this. I need to position myself correctly and get the right jump. Nah, I didn't get it, unfortunately. If you do it right, you don't get the Tails animation there, and you go flying. You go absolutely flying. So since I failed that and we're just doing the snowboarding section, I'm just going to open it up to Toko.
Alright, so I've got a $15 donation from Z-Rad. I apologize if I'm butchering the name. But he says, good luck, Nacho, with Freedom Planet Demo 2. And he also says, good evening, Internets, which I got those out of order. I apologize. I had to take notes as I do this. But keep up speedrunning for great causes and put that towards the donation for the Planet 2 demo because that's what's going forward. So thank you very much. And that will unlock the demo incentive for Freedom Planet.
Nice. Can't wait for Freedom Planet 2 to release. It looks like it's going to be another fantastic game.
Oh, absolutely. And just with that, really quickly, we are $3 away from reaching our A Hat in Time incentive. So let's get that unlocked.
Oh-ho. Alright, so now it is Tails' time to fight Knuckles and Chaos 4. The character fights with each of the characters are pretty much the same each time. Tails is going to come in, make sure he doesn't get a phantom hit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. All the oh no. However, Tails will be handling Chaos 6 slightly differently. Tails only has to do 6 hits instead of 8. And also, Tails has a easier time manipulating the boss because he can fly. As long as you are flying when the third attack or when the third movement happens, generally Tails will not get blue balls. If I get blue balls with Tails, it's because I'm bad at the game and should feel bad. So first movement, second movement, third movement, and then he does the splash attack. And then first, second, third movement there, and then hopefully he'll pop his little head up. We get a hit on him, and we've got to wait and see what happens here. So Chaos, first movement. Second movement, we start flying. He does his third movement, and then he splash attacks. Again, 1, 2, 3, and then we get to come and hit him. And then finally, last hit again. He will move and attack 3 times before he pops his head up. So that's 1 movement, 2 movement. I should start flying. He didn't move a third time. He still does a splash attack, which is good. First movement, second movement. Third movement, he didn't move. Second splash attack. First movement. Second movement. I'm going to fly. And he did his third splash attack. So no blue balls with Tails, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're aiming for. And then on his third movement here, he will pop up. And we finish him off. That is what a Chaos 4 fight is supposed to look like. So once again, now we meet up in the part of the story where Tails and Sonic are together, which means it is time for another round of Sky Chase. Everybody's favorite auto-scrolling level. Once again, I'm going to sit in the top right corner. You can sit in any of the corners. I just go to top right normally. The reason I don't shoot anything here is because if you do get over a certain score, you get another emblem. And getting the emblem wastes time, which is what we do not want to do. Oops. So I'm going to give fair warning now as well. Thankfully, my Sonic Mania run went relatively well compared to my estimate. However, based on that Sonic story run that we've just done, I don't believe I'm going to hit the 155 estimate for Sonic Adventure. I hope I will. I hope Knuckles RNG is kind to me. But fair warning, this may go slightly over estimate.
And if it does, that's perfectly fine. I mean, we all know how RNG is in a marathon, so if you do, that's perfectly fine. As long as you finish, that's good.
Oh, I'll always finish. Finishing is fun.
The good news is we've been doing very well with the schedule, so we're just right on track. Just boom, boom, boom.
Nice, that's good to hear. It's always nice when marathons go on schedule. Again, I'm at my favorite part of Sky Chase 1. More barrel rolls. As the camera gets right in position, and suddenly, whee! We got about 3 barrel rolls each time. So now this is where the path will diverge again. Sonic ends up in Station Square where he meets up with Amy. And then goes through Twinkle Park, Red Mountain, etc. Tails, on the other hand, doesn't get that. Tails gets a slightly easier time of things. He crashes in the Mystic Ruins. And we get to find Froggy. Or rather, Tails has a dream about Froggy. And then we end up deciding, do you know what? We actually have to go and check that out. So if we land in the mining cart, eventually, thank you mining cart. So we are going to just fly down towards this area, hit the trigger, find a Chaos Emerald that gets stolen by a certain frog. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see him as it is in cutscene form. I'm going to try and go for the skip here. Oh, it didn't happen, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to wait for the magical barrier to disappear here. Come on, let me in. Don't bonk me, don't bonk me. There we go. So we're in Sandhill. Sandhill, nice easy stage, just get to the bottom. Fun fact, if you played the demo of Sonic Forces, there is a wonderful reference where they say Green Hill, no, more like Sandhill. It's like, thank you for the SA1 reference, that makes us all happy. You know your own games. I do not want to be heading off any of these rocks here. It is not a good day when you hit off the wrong rocks. And I'm going to come over to this side and hopefully hit the booster that's up here. And then boost our way down to the right hand side, go into the right corner here, and then again hit the boost pad and hopefully, oh, we missed the boost pad. That's no good because now we're bonking everywhere. Don't want to bonk everywhere. And the only level where you can skip the end score cutscene. No idea why, but we do. So it's now Tails is starting to get sent back in time, back onto Angel Island, back when the echidnas were all roaming free. We pick up the rhythm badge. That allows Tails now to do his infinite spins with his tails. But unfortunately, by the time Tails takes to do all that, Sonic has already ended up at the top of Red Mountain. So I don't even know why I'm coming this way, because I need to go over to Tails' workshop. Thank you. I was about to head to Station Square. That's not where you need to go. So we are back in Sky Chase. So once again, if we have any donations or any questions from the chat, now is a perfect time to get them answered.
Good timing. I got a $3 donation from Kay Tana that says, "Can I get a hat, chat?" Of course. So with $300, we have raised enough money to do the bonus run for a hat in time. With Courier Luke. So that's on after Sparkster.
All I can do for hat chat is that I can pretend to try and put on the Sonic hat. It doesn't really fit because I'm wearing headsets, but you know. There you go. I'm kind of wearing the Sonic hat. It kind of doesn't work as long as it's not being pulled. There you go. There's hat chat for you. Thank you for the $3. Unlocking hat in time. I know, look like a complete muppet. The hat will stay on until it falls off. Then it'll come off. Ah. Someone needs to invent a set of headphones that work with hats. That's what we need.
Oh, well, the hat I have is an aviator hat. It actually works very well. It goes right over my headphones.
Nice. This one would, but it stretches a bit too far. And then it's very, very unstable. So right now it's just currently resting on the top of the head. So if it falls off, it falls off. I'm not going to bother about it. No controller percent. We kind of need the controller. Controller is very important at this point. Sonic's story is the longest story of all of them, yes. Generally, it's Sonic's story, then Tails' story, then Amy, then Gamma, then Big, then Supersonic in terms of length. So it's like 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, and then Supersonic ending with about 3 minutes. Sonic has the most levels. He does pretty much all the levels in the game. The rest of them only have certain levels to do. Yeah, but earbuds aren't fun. Not for streaming. So Tails will take the top route instead of the bottom because he does not need to fall down. He will also get the cutscene and then into the sky deck as well. He only does Act 1 of Sky Deck though. So moving up into the area for Sky Deck. Make sure we don't soft lock by going in too early. And then hopefully, again, I'm going to switch camera to free camera pretty much immediately. Because then we can use that to navigate our way through the level. And hopefully not take any damage. Because guess who doesn't have any rings? This fox. And this fox will not actually get any rings as far as I remember. I will, however, grab the invincibility just for safety reasons. So again, I'm going to get stopped over here, hopefully. No, we did not. That's brilliant. Can we land on the capsule? Nope. We overshot it. Land on the capsule. Thank you. Ah, no, hat. Don't fall. Don't fall. Arg, don't move. The hat will fall if you move. Stop moving. So you can hear Sonic in the background there jumping constantly, trying to get towards Tails. It's not really working for him. And this is the only place we will get to use Tails' rhythm badge. So you just press and hold the spin button, and that's it. Tails will spin for life. Again, just being careful that I'm not too close to Gamma there so I get a phantom hit. We don't want to have that happen. And now it is entirely up to Tails to stop Eggman from blowing up Station Square. So let's see if we can pull this off. I should be able to pull this off without switching camera. Nice long flight over here. Perfect. Whee! So Tails' flight gets reset every time he goes through one of those green boost circles, which is great. Okay, I'm going to make sure I land there just to give myself the reset on flight. Tails moves faster while flying. I am very surprised that policeman didn't cause me to take damage there. Whee! Whee! Spin to win! So coming up next is Tails' final boss, which is Egg Walker. Now, Egg Walker has a awesome little feature where once he is down and taking damage, as he's moving up to get back up from being hit, you can press the whistle button to cause him to get up quicker. The only problem with that is that if you try it and you do it too early, you soft lock. So you've got to wait until he's actually moving and then force him to get up. Otherwise, you're in trouble. So hopefully we don't soft lock. So he falls down, he takes the hit. As he's moving, we hit the whistle button. And we just move into position here. I'm using that ring in the middle as the idea like, as the ideal focal point, so I make sure I'm all good. A little bit of lag there. Wait for him to stand back up. I think I picked up my ring, which I didn't want to pick up. No, it's fine. We're good. And then in we go. So again, he's going to stomp his legs because he's in a bad mood with us. Tails. Thank you. And then he's down to his last hit. Hopefully we don't go too far over. And he comes for us. Stomp, stomp. Thank you. There you go. And that is Tails' story all complete. So again, once we get to the credits, I'm going to remove the hat now as it is trying to fall off. So once the credits pop up, we're going to soft reset again. And next up, it is RNG with Knuckles. So Knuckles' story, he has to go and collect the pieces of the Master Emerald. What we need to make sure is that we need to make sure that we get decent RNG. That is not possible at all. So we're just going to take it and see how well we do. So Knuckles' first stage is Speed Highway. Except from we are in the city part of Speed Highway. And let's hope for good RNG. So free camera for better Knuckles movement. And we're going to see where we end up. So we've got no early pieces, which is never a good sign. No early pieces at all. Damn. No pieces over here either. This is a really interesting... Okay. I did not anticipate this. So we should have one piece up here then. We do have one piece up here. So we... No, game, don't do that. Let me up here. Which means pieces number 2 and number 3 better be over here. So piece number 2 is in this guy. Oh no, it isn't that guy. Come here. Thank you. Piece 2 and 3 all together. There we go. That wasn't too bad. As long as I can finish a level in under a minute, I'm generally quite happy with the RNG there. That was under a minute. That was 51 seconds. So now Knuckles has to go to the casino. It's time for Knuckles to gamble. Demon, speak again. Arrgh. I like the fact how...
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
It's doing it again as I speak. It's just been a very bad day for Twitch. A lot of people doing the extra life donation and just boom, boom, boom.
Indeed. So our first emerald is under the Sonic statue. Knuckles gets to have fun destroying it now. Hopefully that doesn't knock me down there. It didn't. Good. I'm going to check if we've got shower room piece. I don't think we do. We don't. That's not shower room though. I do have the worst piece in the game though. We do have shower piece. Oh, dang it. We've got 2 terrible pieces in a row. That is not good because shower room is one and I know where my other one is now and it's not good. I need the spring. Okay, so the question is it in here? I think it is. No, it's not. Are you kidding me? Okay. So much for me thinking it was in there then. So instead, it is up here by the dragon. Nope, you're not in the dragon's mouth. You are in that guy. Ding. Oh no, there's a lot of people doing charity drives. There's at least 3 other events that I know of at the same time. But there are all the other National Game Day for Extra Life people around here. So there are plenty of people doing their big charity marathons at the moment. I generally think that Extra Life would be better if they could change it from a National Game Day to a National Game Week. Where everybody picks a day and just goes ham on their stuff. Alright, so now we have a fight coming up with Chaos 2. Hopefully I remember the manipulation, but if not, we will do the fight normally. The idea is that while he is in puddle form, we jump away from him, and then we glide back into him, but we'll see how well this goes, if it goes. First, it's going to turn into a nice giant blob. Oh no, he turned into his big blob again. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Just hit him into the wall. That's fine. 20 seconds is fine. Just don't die. Woo! So now Knuckles is wondering why Sonic is after the Master Emerald. So what we need to go do is we need to now come and grab the drill claws that will allow us to dig. And then we are going to go after Red Mountain. So we are currently locked in this room until we get the drill claws and find the monkey destruction switch. So we just dig in here. We got a singular ring alongside the monkey destruction switch, as we need that to destroy this monkey to let us out, and to destroy the monkey that holds the key to Red Mountain. Now, normally, you wouldn't bother with anything like this, but unfortunately for this particular level, if the monkey is alive, the level trigger for Red Mountain is just not there. Like, the loading zone is not there. People have found a way to get in behind the grate as Sonic, but it's a soft lock because there's no way out. You need the monkey to be destroyed. Okay, so we have a nice piece notification telling me you've got a good piece down the back this side. I hit the fan. So we've got this piece. Since nothing else is oh, are you beeping at me? Is it you? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to pray that we get good RNG and that it's up the top here and not the bottom. Please be up the top here. Please be up the top here. It's not. It's down the bottom. Damn it. Come on, RNG. Where are you? You are in... Oh, no, you're not. You're down this way then. So you're up on this platform. That's fine. As long as I got my emeralds, it's fine. So again, we are going to move on now from Red Mountain to our Sonic and last Chaos 4 fight of the run, thankfully. Where Knuckles is a mixture of both Tails and Sonic put together. So Sonic and Tails here waiting for us. We're going to go punch Sonic a few times. So again, same plan. Don't get phantom hits. You're all good. For Knuckles here, what we want to be doing is between jumps 2 and 3, we want to start a jump and glide. That way, Knuckles does not... Basically, he has the same idea as Tails while being in the air, but at the same time, has to take as much hits as Sonic. So we'll see how it goes. So between movement 1, 2, 3, and then we glide. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, and he pops up. We do a little bit of punching here. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on his movement. So that's 1, 2. I'm going to jump, I'm going to glide, and then pray that it's enough. We've got a splash attack, which is great. And then punch, punch, punch. Punch him as soon as we can, basically. So again, keep an eye on movement here. That's his first movement. Second movement, jump and glide. So hopefully he does a splash attack while we're in the air. 1, 2, 3, and then punch, punch, punch. Nice early hit there, which is always nice. Nice early hit, which is always nice. So once again, 1, 2, and then glide. Do the splash attack. First movement. Second movement. Third movement and splash. Yep. So first movement. Second movement. Third movement and splash. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, and then we punch him. Punch, 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 punch. And that is chaos complete with only 1 blue balls between all 3 fights. That's fairly good. I enjoy that. So Knuckles now needs to go into the jungle because his next level is Lost World. However, he does not have to collect the emerald pieces in Lost World. He does, however, have to pick up the stones to get inside. So hopefully I time the jump nice here and we don't fall down the bottom, which is always good. And then we take this keystone to where it must be placed, up the top of the back end here. Drop that down, wait for the key to click in place. There we go. And then we are going to head over to this area where the silver key is, unfortunately landing at the wrong part of the ground, causing me to lose all momentum. Bad ground, bad. Into this little section. Camera up, please. We want to dig. Grab the silver stone and a ring. Silver statue. Takes us outside. And it'll allow us to enter Lost World. So up we go. In we go. Place the key and then wait for the level to load.
So I have some quick donations. We have a chance.
If you give us 2 seconds after this, because we're going to do a level skip. So Knuckles here...
Sounds good. Just let me know.
Will do. So Knuckles here doesn't have to collect the emerald pieces. He can force his way into Sonic's part of the level. If we run, pause, and then unpause, it allows us to come through this section. Do not fall off the ramp. Knuckles, please, come on. I'm going to just climb up here. I'm also going to switch to free camera to give me a bit more control here. I'm going to do a jump and glide through, and that allows us to finish using Sonic's capsule, and the level is counted as complete. He will then get sent to the past alongside every other character, and now I will give it to Toko.
All right, so really quickly here, I've got a $3 donation from Katana again that says, loving the hat reveal, so thank you very much for that donation. And a $10 donation from Amy that says, if I donate, will Twitch stop streaming and freezing? I hope so too, so thank you very much for that donation.
Yeah, so we're going to do a death warp here. Because we got sent to Angel Island, but we didn't actually do any levels here, it allows us to reset back at the entrance, which is really good for us. So I'm trying to think where I need to go now. I need to go to the egg carrier, which means it's back to the jungle, as we need to go to Skydeck. Katana asks, what happens if you don't wait for the statue to click? If you don't wait for the statue to click in place, you run the risk of the statue despawning before it's actually in the slot, meaning you have to go all the way back up to the entrance of the jungle before you can get into Lost World. I've had that happen only once, and I will never allow it to happen again. I will wait that extra second. So we got to run to the front of the ship here for the ship to start transforming. And again, can't skip this transformation, unfortunately. We just got to let it play through. Here Knuckles complain about it always changing, even though this is his first time being on the ship. And then navigate our way to the backside of the Skydeck. So hopefully we can find out if we've got any pieces down the bottom there. We do, so I need to push that forward to activate this area. It is in... Oh, no. Oh, no, hold on. Where are we? Why are you zapping me? There we go. So we want that piece. I don't believe I've got any pieces there. I do not. So I am not going to run the risk of not having any pieces. I'm going to climb all the way back up here, because there is a specific place that a piece could be in, and I am begging that it is not there. So I'm going to deliberately then tilt the ship to the other direction. If the ship would decide to tilt, please. The ship does not want to tilt. There we go. That's tilted the completely wrong direction. Restart. Thank you. Do you know what? Let's just see what happens. I'm wasting enough time here. The fact that it is yet to beep at me tells me enough. They are both in these holes. Are you kidding me? Right, okay, so I need to fly in here, I think. It's not in this one. That's embarrassing, because now I need to restart to get out. What I'm going to do is, since they are both in that side, I am actually going to tilt the ship around the correct direction. Because as much as I love being in that room, if I am in the room and I don't get the emerald, I'm not getting out. So I'm going to come back to the lever, tilt the lever the proper direction, and that'll allow us to get through. So it's not you. So where is the other emerald then? Because you have it. Thank you. Where's my last emerald? You're up here. But where? Because you beeped at me. Are you up the very top by any chance? Are you that one emerald piece that nobody likes? I believe you are. You are. You are the very top emerald piece that nobody likes. Why did it have to be you? Oh. I did about 5 practice runs and didn't get that piece once. I should have knew I was going to get it. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Okay, so now Knuckles is very happy because he has all the pieces of the Master Emerald and can put it back together. Unfortunately, we know the truth. He does not. He's missing 3 pieces in the Lost World. We didn't collect any of them. So we get more exposition here where Knuckles is learning more about the Echidnas and what they did. And then Tikal comes back to give us some information saying, you are fighting at the front of the ship. You have to go help them. So now it is Knuckles' turn to fight Chaos 6. Unfortunately, he does not have an easy way to do double damage because I did not go and collect the power-up that would allow me to do so. So Knuckles, same concept, has to freeze Chaos. The only difference is this time is instead of it being Robotnik saying, I'm going to freeze you, it's just Knuckles himself. Dragon Warrior, the luck has not been on my side with this. However, it's been enjoyable, so I cannot complain. So again, just making sure that I get the hits in. Make sure there's always at least one thing on the ground that I can then pick up to refreeze them with. And there you go. Marathon is a perfect place to get meme RNG. Indeed it is. But that is Knuckles' story now complete. So once again, we will wait until the credits have passed before we reset. Knuckles has about 3 cutscenes that you have to skip, which is interesting. So there you go. Knuckles credits. We are now on to Amy. Hello, Amy. And she has nice RNG too. She has a wonderful RNG level. She has Final Egg that we have to deal with. So we're going to see how this works. Oh, the God Slide on Mania was amazing. Yes. It was like, oh. It was very good. I enjoyed it as well. So Amy here, what we need to do with Amy is we need to go and find Sonic. The best way to move with Amy is just to do standard jumps. She moves faster while in the air for some reason. You don't want to really do the hammer jumps though, you just want to do normal jumps. Also, I like to annoy people by jumping and then swinging the hammer as well, so... I'm not sorry. Like, I keep doing it. Everybody tells me I should stop doing it, but it's not happening. So Amy's first level is Twinkle Park. So we're just going to head over there right now. Her missions are to collect the balloon and escape for Zero. Zero is a robot being sent by Eggman to try and capture Amy. More specifically, to capture the Flicky that's with her. As that Flicky is holding an emerald. And Chaos needs all the emeralds to become all-powerful. So again, we're using hammer jumps here just to cross large distances without having to worry about it. We've got our first skip with Amy here. We've got the inside of this room skip. Let's hope we can get it. That didn't work. Let's see if we can. Come on. There you go. So what happened there is that we did a giant hammer jump. And we got it in a certain position that allowed us to effectively phase through the wall. Similar to what Sonic does. The camera right now is being very interesting. I do not know why it's not following me. But what that allows us to do is that allows us to skip a significant part of Twinkle Park there. And then I want to make sure I run and just jump over here. And jump over the wall. But yeah, using the hammer jump right at that angle allows you to phase through the wall and the door. Allowing us to skip a nice portion of the level. Grabbing the balloon. And saying goodbye, Zero. So we are going to try and escape, but unfortunately, we get caught anyway. Zero manages to catch us. Sonic is unfortunately not quick enough, and we are left on the egg carrier. But for some reason, a friendly robot decides to free us. And now, we must play Hedgehog Hammer. Dun dun dun! So I have no points. I was hitting the Eggman there. You don't want to hit the Eggmans. I really think it would have been better if they did have you hit the Eggman, but that's what they decided. Come on, I need 2,000 points, please. Damn it, that was bad. Don't fail, Hedgehog Hammer. Give me another Sonic. Thank you. Oh, I panicked. I panicked. Oh, that was almost bad. I almost had to do Hedgehog Hammer twice. So now we are given the most useless power-up in the game. We get the Warrior Feather. That allows Amy to spin around in a circle. It has absolutely no use whatsoever. We never use it. I don't even know why we have to get it. So, just to make up for it, since we're in the lift, I'm just going to spin anyway. Whee! Not too much though, because if you spin too much, you are unfortunately get dizzy, and it wastes time. So now we are in a hot shelter. Again, going to use Amy's most optimal movement, which is jumping. For some reason, we speed up around this corner. The game gets very confused. And then using the speed shoes here, we're going to do a nice big jump. Hopefully, catch the ladder, which we have done. Use the bomb to get rid of the kikis. Open up the door, and then get a nice big hammer jump down here. Hammer jump. Second hammer jump. Hammer jump. This door combination is left 1, right 3. And then instead of climbing the stairs like normal people, we will use the hammer jump to get up there a lot faster than we should. Zero is now chasing us again. And again, instead of pushing the ladder over to the hole, we'll just jump in. Gravity doesn't affect Amy that much. So now what we're going to aim for is we are going to aim for bathroom break. Using the door to push us through the wall. And it has a very excellent name for the trick, so I'm happy about it. Use the hammer jump to traverse all the gaps. Hopefully get a nice big hammer jump here. Another nice big hammer jump to just clear the walls. Like Amy doesn't need doors. It's fine. We're all good. And then hopefully through here, hopefully, I say, we get a nice skip where we end up going through the barrier and not falling to our death. This is where I pray. Oh, okay, we've made it. And then hammer through the wall. The game believes we've made it through and sends us up into the puzzle room. So puzzle room, nice simple little puzzle room. Just place the blocks in the properly colored holes. I say nice and easy, unless you're colorblind. Then it's a case of memorizing which one goes where. And be thankful that the game doesn't randomly change it every time. So all 4 in the appropriate boxes. And Zero will decide, I'm going to bust through the monitor. So again, just jumping, running across up the stairs here. Amy gets a nice speed boost when she runs upstairs for some reason. Not entirely sure why that's the thing. And then hopefully, nice big jump. Nicely done. Not going to try the skip for this door here. I'm not good enough to do it. I'm just going to use this to grab the blue block instead. Blue block goes in the hole. Wait for Zero to appear. Zero has not yet appeared, which is interesting. Zero, where are you? There he is. Thanks for pushing me out the way, Zero. You absolutely annoying man. Robot thing. Ah. And then go grab the red one at the spring here. And then go through the door. But no, there is a skip that allows us to get straight through this area without doing the puzzle. Unfortunately, if you fail the skip, you fall through the world and die. I'd rather not be trying that right now when I'm not as good as I should be. Yatta! There is definitely nothing wrong with spinning around in a circle. It can be quite fun at times. So now it's Amy's turn to get sent back to the past. Unfortunately, you get put in the inside area. I remember as a kid, I spent ages around there searching for Takala. She's not in there. She's at the fountain. Why they spawn you in there, I have no idea, but they do. So again, just little quick movement here is if you try and jump while going uphill, and if you do hammer jumps while going downhill, it increases your horizontal momentum, allowing you to go that little bit faster, which is always a good thing when you're trying to speedrun. Again, just cover the gap. Come and save Gamma, because Gamma saved you. And then escape the ship. How she manages to escape Tails, though, I'm not entirely sure. Tails had one job, and he failed. So now it's Amy's turn to go to the egg carrier as it is crash landed. We're actually going to go into Final Egg. Now, Final Egg is probably the worst speedrunning level for Amy. Simply because halfway through, or rather pretty much near the end, there is a door. The question is, which door is the right door? It is randomly generated each time you go through it. There are 5 doors, so you have a 1 in 5 chance of being right. You could be on a godlike run, and then this RNG could just say, no, you're not getting a new record today. So I'm going to give you guys the entire level to decide. Starting from the very left-hand side being door number 1, to the very right-hand side being door number 5, which door should I open first? I'm giving you guys the choice.
I know Totally Wrecked says he's going for door number 2, so I keep saying he. I'm sorry if I'm assuming your gender. So door number 2 for what I saw in chat.
So door number 2. All right. So again, this is the advantage of horizontal momentum here. Just using that momentum from the downwards ramp to gain a nice bit of speed. Nice big high jump to get over all the lasers because, you know, lasers stop everything, right? So at this point, we need to hide away from Zero. I'm not going to hide away from Zero. I don't need to hide from Zero. Zero will never spawn. So we've had a 1, we've had a 2, we've had a 3. We've had a 4. Can we get a 5? Can chat do something coordinated? Okay, so we've had 2 2s and a 2 3s. I'm going to switch to free cam just so I can get some camera angle back here. Okay, so we've had 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 4. So we'll open up 2, 3, and 4, and we'll see what happens. So 2, 3, 4. This is where we pray. It's not door number 2, so door number 2 was wrong. Door number 3. It wasn't door number 3. Game Jester says door number 4. It was door number 4. Game Jesters was correct. Congratulations if you said number 4. You were indeed right. Because Zero is here. Dun dun dun. So Amy has escaped. Totally Wrecked was wrong. So now we need to go to the egg carrier and have our final face-off with Zero. Why Amy has a final face-off with Zero, I have no idea. But she does. So we need to head there. The downside is we have to navigate our way back. Thankfully, there is a shortcut to do it. Hopefully, I get a nice bounce along here, where we use the hammer jump to put us up onto this edge and up onto the top of the jungle. If I get a nice jump here. Nice jump. There we go. It still leaves us up on top here, and I want a nice big hammer jump if I can get one. Halfway up the ladder. Nicely done. Because as you can see, Amy is super slow at climbing. Super slow. And if you have to climb that ladder from the very bottom, you will be here for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to go down to the egg carrier crash site. We're going to take the raft. But we're going to get down there in style, because why not? So, count the flips. Is this like a 1280? Oh, dang it. Ooh, I forgot auto camera. Ooh, the panic. The panic sets in. So now we have Amy's final boss fight. She has to fight Zero. 3 hits on the top of his head with the hammer once his weak spot is visible. We need to just lure him over here. Come on. Dunk. And then hopefully I can time it right. Get a nice hit there. No, don't get hit, Amy. Knock him back. Knock him back. Knock him in. Thank you. Nah, I didn't get the hit in time. Donk him again. Donk him again. Donk him. Donk the man. Oh, we're dead. We're so dead. How am I not dead? Donk him. There you go. That's a bad Zero fight. That's a very bad Zero fight. We didn't die, but it was a messy fight. And that is Amy's story complete. The menace is no longer chasing her. The flickies are free to do what they need. And she has her warrior feather. You will be pleased to know no flickies were harmed in the making of Amy's story. But now it is time for Big the Cat. We're going fishing. It's time for Big or Bust. Will I find Froggy? Will I be able to fish him out from the number of silly places he's got himself stuck? Or will I fail like a floundering fish? Who knows? Hello, Froggy. Get back here. Whee! Alright, so Big has to go the back route in here because we are going into the service entrance of Twinkle Park. I can only assume that's what it is. Do, 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 do. Run, 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 run. Unfortunately, I'm hitting all the walls here because Big is just too big for this passageway. But yes, Big's missions are to save Froggy. We have to fish him out of whichever pond he finds himself in. We do not want to kill? We do not want to catch any other fish. We just want the frog. Yes, large cat. Oh, no, get back here. Get back here. Urgh. Okay, I'm going to re-throw that lure. Froggy. Come for the lure. Yoo-hoo. Now I get to play the mashing song. Okay, mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Yeah, we caught the frog. Unfortunately, if your line snaps, you'll lose a life. And we do not want to have this happen. Eggman has a cat named Biggie Wiggy confirmed. He might, but Big is not his cat, so... And I'm glad that Big is not named Biggie Wiggy. So now we have to go grab the ice stone. Cream says hi. Prelude to Sonic Heroes right there. Oh, Big, don't get caught in that edge there. Oh, right, catch the stone, please. No, don't fish for the stone. Pick it up. Thank you. Big also has a very special skill that we'll see later on in the game. He has the ability to move very fast when it comes to going up stairs or ladders. Actually, I say later on in the game, we're going to see it quite soon, actually. Because we need to go to Ice Cap next. We'll take our ice key. Once again, the wall explodes open. How many times the wall needs to explode open, I have no idea. Run, Big, run. Run faster. Best gameplay mechanic ever. Oh. I wouldn't say that. Thank you. So I'm going to wait for the door to open again. I believe there is a way to manipulate Froggy. However, I think the best people to ask that would be Flandre and Jerkro. Jerkro is the best Big the Cat player that you'll ever see. So now we have Big's big green flotation device. It's just known as the life belt, but Big's big green flotation device sounds better. And then Big the Cat can climb ladders really, really fast compared to Amy. So Froggy in this stage is just hiding over here. Let's hope that the rock does not get in our way again. Rock, boulder, same thing. Ice physics, please no. Into the corner, and then hope we can grab the frog. Oh, Froggy, I've got something for you. It's on the lure. Come and get it. Come and get it. Yes. Come for the lure. There we go. I just have to mash. There we go. Nice quick ice cap. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. This is what we want to see. Big the Cat for you and me. I don't know why I'm singing a Big the Cat song. So now, Froggy has managed to escape our clutches again. I really want to see how Big is always able to escape. Froggy's always able to escape Big. Like, how does he manage to get away? More to the point, why doesn't Big's story end here with Tails having him? Like, Tails has Froggy, but lets him go. And then Froggy somehow ends up in Station Square. Ends up in Emerald Coast. How does that work? Where is the logic? He says as he's playing as a giant anthropomorphic cat, I suppose. But yeah, Big has a special ability of getting upstairs real fast. So again, we are just going to jump down here, jump past Sonic. Hello, Sonic. And then we're going to go in towards Emerald Coast. In the door. Through the hotel. Over the pool that Big can stand in. And into Emerald Coast. Big sounds silly in general. It's big. Alright, so make sure I get nice up and close and personal for Froggy here. Look what I've got, Froggy. It's your favorite. Yoo-hoo. Yes, come and get it. There we go. So now that he has it, we can just mash him. Mash, 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 mash. There you go. So one more level to go. Just Hot Shelter is next. And then after Hot Shelter, we have the one boss fight where we have to fish Froggy from Chaos. Whee! Can we jump on the button? Will we get the button jump? Nope. Dang it. So in we go. And I'm just going to have Big stare at us now. He was staring into your soul. This is a Sega game. You agreed to forfeit all logic when we started play. You know, I would like, and I'm not surprised that that's a thing. Big with speed shoes. Run, Big! Unfortunately, he doesn't really get to take much use of them. As the fishing spot is right in here. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we aim for the right part of Froggy. So Froggy is going to come out here. I just need to make sure that I get my fishing lure out and ready. Aim it at the right part. Where's the frog? There's the frog. Come, Froggy, come. See your lure. Yes. Good, 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 good. Nice. Make sure the line doesn't snap. You do not want the line to snap. Nice. Sizable. He is staring at you into your soul. So that is all of Big's levels complete. He now also gets a traveling back to the past moment. A lot of people would seem to believe that Big gets a very important part of the past. Again, you don't really want to be jumping with Big when he's already going slow. At least I feel like when he jumps at a wrong angle, it's very bad. So now we have to escape the egg carrier, and the best way to do that is through the monorail, apparently. He's the only character that gets to use the monorail, which is really disappointing. Like, Robotnik built this monorail inside his ship, and yeah, nobody uses it other than the cat. So we're going to head up to the top area where Sonic is currently having a conversation with Eggman and Chaos 4. As he doesn't quite have the emeralds yet. But then, Froggy having not only Chaos's tail, but also a Chaos Emerald, causes us to have Chaos 6. So now I need to prepare to fish. He's doing a jump. This is bad. Nice. Can we fish that out? I don't think so. Why are you jumping twice? This is a bad start. But the good news is Froggy is right there to grab. Very unusual for Chaos to grab. For Chaos to jump twice, actually. He doesn't normally. And then after we touch the plane, that is the end of Big Story. Nice, short segue story. Nice credits as well. So now, 5 stories down, 2 to go. Now for the most broken story of them all, we have Gamma. Gamma, we will do his levels backwards once we get to the egg carrier and we have the jet booster. So we're going to do the green pipe first. Good job. Nice level. So we're going to start with Final Egg. Gamma's missions are to destroy a target. In this case, it is destroy the Sonic doll. He also has his timer going down instead of up. As Gamma, if he runs out of time, he will stop functioning. I'm not quite sure how that works. But that is the level mechanic that they went with in this game. 31 emblems down. Not that many to go. So after we do Final Egg, we have our first boss fight against our brother Beta. He's just trying to prove... I don't know. Like, at this point, I don't know why he has his robots fight against each other. He just decides that he wants to. So again, we make sure we grab the first hit and a ring so we don't die. Unfortunately, you gotta jump off. You don't want them to jump if you can help it. It makes them take their death animation just a little bit longer. But that is beta all finished. We've now got to go to Emerald Coast, as that is where Froggy currently resides. And our task is to go grab the frog. I now have the hiccups. This is brilliant. It's like hiccups. Oh no. So again, adding time there. Time to what? I have no idea. But what we want to do is we want to catch Froggy. What we're going to do is we are going to hopefully land in the right spot, if I do this correctly. Instead of taking the springs... Oh no, okay, that was bad. There you go. I want to make sure I keep momentum so I land on the light blue area of the water. That'll allow me to activate my not get wet device, and I won't drown. Don't hit the spring if I can help it. I hit the spring. I am bad. And then Froggy is right there. I ran past Froggy, which is amazing. Ah, have you been chatting in my chat? I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. It's just I'm looking at the marathon chat more than this. Yeah, for this, if you were aiming for Gamma to be done that way, yeah, you would want to take as long as possible. But generally, we don't do that for Gamma. Oh yeah, this game has a lot of memories to it. So what we are going to do at this point is that after going into the wrong room and realizing that Beta is being rebuilt, we are going to go and say hi to Amy. If the game actually lets me jump. So we will release Amy, where we then get the order to go and grab our jet thruster. That will allow us to hover and breaks the game entirely. So we're going to just jump up here and come and grab our jet thruster. It's sitting in this armory room at the moment. Whee! So what we're going to do now is we are going to sequence break the game. We are going to do Hot Shelter next, since we're already here. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to free camera, and then we're going to run into this wall, and as we transform, the game puts us into the wall, allowing us to fall out of bounds and fall into the loading center of Hot Shelter. Now, because we're doing Hot Shelter first, this will then unlock the levels backwards instead of forwards. So instead of doing Windy Valley next, we will do Red Mountain. And we will just keep doing this pattern until finally we've done all the levels and then end the game. Or rather, end his particular story. So Gamma, again, we're just going to hover through the walls, because walls don't exist in this game. Who needs walls? Apparently not this game. I'm going to switch to free cam here just for safety. I'm going to double back on myself, as this is just a giant loop-de-loop. And then turn around into this section. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a skip coming up here. We're going to stand on the smallest possible platform that will allow us to get up and over that barrier section without being landed on the train. So if I do this properly, which I did not, Gamma, land. There you go. Fly all the way over the tram. Make sure you come all the way to the back of the arena here. And then we can jump round and head straight through to the boss without having to do the auto-scrolling section. Now, the reason you've got to go at the very back there is because if you accidentally land on the train section, or you accidentally get too close to the train section, you access the trigger, but you never actually proceed, so you're stuck. It's a complete soft lock. There's nothing you can do about it. So you want to make sure you avoid that at all costs. Just go as far back as you can and then run. So unfortunately, he blew his top off. Never get that angry. Don't blow your top off. So now with Hot Shelter complete, the game immediately assumes that, well, you must have done Red Mountain then. So we're going to quit out the game, and we are going to go into the trial mode for Gamma. So action stage, into the trial mode, into Gamma, and you'll notice that Red Mountain is now unlocked. So Red Mountain, even though we've not done it. So I'm going to then do another little jump in here, get stuck between these rocks, and hopefully, if the game does what I want it to do, it'll allow me to just fall out. Fall out the world, please. Thank you. So again, instead of navigating all this level, we're just going to out of bounds ourselves all the way down to the bomb section. And then there is one of our brothers that we have to free. E104. I'm sorry, Epsilon, but we're coming for you. So ideally, you don't want them to jump if you can help it. You want to mash as fast as you can just to prevent them from jumping. So far, no jumps is good. That last one is always a jump. Why does the last one always jump? Yes, in this marathon, we have a significant amount of Sonic. It's brilliant. Now, also, same plan here. Because we've now done Red Mountain, the game automatically assumes you must have done Windy Valley. So it unlocks Windy Valley for us. Oops. It may help if I actually menu correctly. Press A instead of B, thank you very much. Or in this case, X instead of circle. So Windy Valley, and what we're going to do with Windy Valley here is we are going to just make sure we jump over to that's not a jump. I'm not going to make that. No, I'm not. I'm going to have to restart. Well done, Arg. Failed the easiest stage. Good job. I'm going to switch to free camera for safety. Oh my god, I did it again. I'm not going to die this time. Jump! Thank you. Hit the spring. I'm now going to make sure we go around the outside of Windy Valley. Because we're going to go past the invisible wall, past all the invisible barriers. And then we're going to fly all the way to the end. Whee! Yeah, Jackie. Jackie Chan Adventures is the best. Never quit your uncle. Okay, I'm going to fall down here to see... Hello, E103. You, my friend, are going to meet the same fate as everybody else. I've got some rings, which is fine. Mash, 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 mash. In before you get the jump on the last one as well. Yep. So now the good news is that we have already completed all these levels now. When we go back into adventure mode, however, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we go and activate all the level triggers. Now, just because we've done the levels doesn't mean that the story can progress. For example, we still need to go into Red Mountain before we can advance the game. So the way this is going to work is that the game is already at 90% complete. The only thing I've got to do now is do the Sonic fight and then do the final beta fight. So all we're going to do now is we're going to run all the way to the top up here. We're going to do the Sonic fight. So while we do the Sonic fight, I am going to pass it over to Toko.
Oh, one more thing. You know that line from Uncle. One more thing. We have a $3 donation from Katana that says, "Big star souls with that stare. Here's $3. We can get them back." So if everyone's okay, we're good. We're good. So thank you very much for that donation.
Thank you again. So what's happening right now is we're supposed to go to Red Mountain, but we can't because the game can only give us one cutscene at a time. So we have to kill ourselves, unfortunately, to get the second cutscene to trigger that allows us to go into Red Mountain. Now, similar to what we did with Knuckles here, because we're going to go into Red Mountain but not actually complete it, the game will set our reset point back to the start of this cave here. This is going to allow us to do another death warp once we come out of Red Mountain. Meanwhile, Gamma just cruising in his all-range mode. Again, we have to make sure we destroy the poor monkey, but this time we have a gun. Sorry, monkey. But again, we've already done Red Mountain. We don't have to do it. We just quit out immediately. The cutscene triggers. And now we can head back to the egg carrier. So we're just going to jump off the edge here. And then just hang around at the bottom because the game technically has killed us, but we're still on screen. So we're going to not get stuck in the rocks, please. We're going to do what we did with Amy. We're just going to jump off, head towards the egg carrier. Stop myself a little bit early because once again I forgot auto camera. Now he's searching for the hot shelter robot, but we've already beat that. So immediately transitions us into the start of the beta fight. Let's see if we can get early hit on it. I am mashing as hard as I can to see if I can get early hit. That would be wonderful. No early hit, I'm afraid, so we're going to have to do this fight normally. So E101 Mark II beta has been upgraded. He has a shield, he has missiles, and he will charge at us. However, every time he charges at us, his shield is down, and we get to hit him. Buddy, 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 buddy. That's what Gamma says when he's getting chased by Beta. Buddy, buddy, buddy. So what we're waiting for him to do right now is we're waiting for him to disappear. This is where he's going to do his Hadokens. Hadouken! Or a Kamehameha. Although technically, if you want to be really special, it's actually a Big Bang attack. or a Gallic gun, depending on your character. So on his last hit here, what he's going to do is he's going to disappear up to the top again after he's laid out some missiles for us. And then he's going to fire off a number of these blasts, finishing with the biggest one he can possibly pull off. Again, I just want to make sure that I don't take any damage if I can help it. Whee! And we got to wait for him to charge us again. Hopefully he'll charge us sooner rather than later. There we go. And that is Gamma's story. And that is Gamma's story finished as well. So finally, we are coming down to the last story of the game. Supersonic story. Nice little 3-minute story. I've not looked at the timer. My OBS is blocking the timer. I don't know how badly overestimate I am. But we will find out and we will finish this quickly. So that is Gamma's done. Now on to the supersonic story. Nice simple fight here. We've got the perfect chaos fight coming up. But before that, we have to go find Robotnik and Eggman. Eggman once again has been defeated. It could be a mini spirit bomb. It could be a mini spirit bomb. So again, we just want to use Sonic. Make sure I'm in the right camera, which I'm not because the game automatically sticks me in auto camera. And just do as much spin dashing as I can. Whee! All the spin dashing. Spin dash chaining. Fastest movement possible. Off to see Knuckles and Robotnik. Sonic going on his snooze cruise now, where we get to see Tikal and then finally put the pieces of the story together. Where we find out that Chaos is actually the guardian of the Chow, and because they were wronged by the Echidnas, Chaos is here causing revenge. So, with Sonic having a snooze cruise, we can also do another death warp here, where we are going to end back at the start of the limestone cave. We now need to head to Station Square, where Chaos has apparently found all the Chaos Emeralds and is now on a rampage. He's using the negative power of the Emeralds. No, I'm an idiot! I'm an absolute twat! Arg, you did it again! I don't go to Station Square, I go at the jungle. Well, that's going to be clipped. Arg, you go to the jungle and the game takes you to Station Square. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. I called it. Yeah. Jackie. Ah.
No, that was probably a Jade moment.
No, that's not a Jade moment. No, Jade is good. She has the rabbit talisman. She wouldn't have made that mistake. Ah, there we go. So now we're in Station Square, and I'm going to be quiet because we get the awesome Open Your Heart music going on for the first 3 hits at least. Ooh, what am I doing? Alright, so unfortunately, we're now going to lose Open Your Heart and go into the perfect chaos fight. Personally, I think they should have just kept Open Your Heart going. That would have been the best thing possible, but it didn't happen. So what you've been seeing here is that while I hit the speed boost and I have the blue aura going around me as Supersonic, I want to jump because that actually moves faster than going around in the water. I also want to make sure that I do not get hit by any of its attacks or accidentally do a homing attack, because that results in trouble. Ding! There we go. Good, 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 good. So now we have another 2 hits to do. In this final phase here, his attacks are a lot more frantic. They're a lot more vicious. They won't actually do damage. They'll just prevent me from getting enough speed to hit Chaos, because you need to have this blue aura going around you before you're able to hit him. Oh, that's bad. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to just try and go backwards and see if I can somehow recover this. Oh yes, we got it just in Nomor, which is good. If you try and hit Chaos but don't have enough speed, he will just move on to the next section as normal. It's not a problem. You've just got to make sure that you're all good. Make sure you just keep enough rings going, because that's how Supersonic works. So time is coming up right on this last hit here. Hopefully I don't mess it up. And that is time.
Hey guy, また遊んでやるぜ。
Don't let anybody say that Chow are not cute creatures. They're so happy, see? Opa, 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 opa. Chow are awesome.
Do you want to know what the time is?
Go on then.
1:54:23. Underestimate.
Yes! I did it underestimate. Woohoo! Oh, even with that bad Sonic story, I made it underestimate. Holy crap. I should have put my estimate as 2 hours. Like 1:55 was cutting it very close.
Oh yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Oh,
Very
that
nice.
went well. I've done it though. I did it. Yes, I have still not went overestimate in a marathon run. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Yes. No, I think from now on it's definitely going to be 2 hours for safety.
Indeed, we'll definitely do that from now on.
Woo. Although, if I'm right, that means we're still significantly ahead. I think we're about, what, 20 minutes ahead now?
Let me double check. I want to make sure myself.
No, it's not a new world record or anything. It's just me being very, what's the word? Very lenient with my estimate. Like, I should have made my estimate a little bit higher. But we're all good. We're all good. That's the main thing. It worked. I'm happy. Good run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Got some money for charity. Yeah.
All right, so actually we are ahead by a good bit. So we don't start until 6:55, which is good because I will need time to set this up because it's a 4-person race this time. So I'm definitely gonna need a little bit of prep time to get that ready. So Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Hero Story Race, it's gonna be crazy. So stay right
Yeah.
here. So this will be a good time to take a break, get some water, go to a bathroom break, maybe get a little something to eat, and then we'll be back with some more Sonic action right here.